cracking open something really interesting in English.
Mm.
Idioms. Those little phrases native speakers use constantly.
Yeah, they're like hidden gems, really. They add so much color.
But they can be confusing if you're not in the loop, right?
Absolutely. And that's why they're so important to get a handle on. They make conversations sound natural, but, well, their meaning isn't always literal.
Definitely trips people up sometimes.
So our goal today, our mission, is to unpack some of the most common ones, give you a better feel for them.
Exactly. Think of it as getting you more comfortable with these kind of linguistic shortcuts. We'll break down some really useful ones for everyday chats.
Make you feel a bit more confident, when you hear them or even want to use them.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is an idiom?
Okay, so fundamentally it's a phrase, right? Where the overall meaning is, well, different from what the individual words literally mean.
It's not straightforward just looking at the words themselves.
Not at all.
Like, oh, it's raining cats and dogs.
Perfect example.
You picture that literally and, well, it's absurd.
Right. It just means it's raining really, really heavily.
Yeah.
The image has nothing to do with the actual point.
Or another classic one. Break a leg.
Ah, yes. You hear that in the theater world.
If you didn't know it, you'd think someone was being horrible.
Exactly. But it means good luck. Completely opposite of the literal words.
It really shows how much you need context.
Context and that kind of shared cultural understanding. That's key.
Okay, so let's dive into some common ones you hear all the time. First up, under the weather.
Right. Under the weather. Very common. It just means feeling a bit sick.
Not seriously ill, though.
No, usually not. More like, you're feeling a bit off, maybe tired, just not quite 100%.
Got it. So you might tell your boss, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today.
Precisely. It's a softer way to say you're not feeling great without needing to give all the details. Kind of implies it's temporary.
Okay, makes sense. What's next?
How about piece of cake?
Ah, I like that one. Use it quite a bit.
It means something is just really easy, right?
Totally. Like, wow, that presentation, piece of cake, means it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah, very simple, very straightforward. It's a nice casual way to say something was effortless.
Okay, good one. How about once in a blue moon?
Once in a blue moon. This describes something that happens very, very rarely.
Like, hardly ever.
Exactly. So if you say, oh, I only eat pizza once in a blue moon, you're stressing how infrequent it is.
And a blue moon itself is rare, astronomically speaking, so it fits.
It borrows that idea of rarity perfectly.
Clever. Okay, next.
Let's do break the ice.
Oh, okay. That sounds social.
It is. It's about starting a conversation, especially when people don't know each other or maybe feel a bit awkward.
Right, like at a party or the first day on a new team, someone needs to get things going.
Exactly. You might tell a joke or ask a general question just to, well, break the ice.
So I asked about the weekend plans to break the ice. Something like that.
Perfect. Just easing that initial tension.
Got it. What else we got?
Hit the books.
Sounds like studying.
That's exactly it. It specifically means to study, usually quite seriously.
So if exams are coming up.
Yep. I've really got to hit the books this weekend.
Right.
Means dedicating serious time to studying notes, textbooks, that sort of thing.
A bit more active sounding than just study.
It is, yeah. Implies effort.
Okay. Next.
Spill the beans.
Ah, that sounds messy.
It kind of is. It means to reveal a secret.
Oh, okay. Like telling something you weren't supposed to.
Often accidentally, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone lets slip something confidential, like a surprise party.
Right. Whoops, he spilled the beans about the trip.
Exactly. The image is like the secret just tumbles out, maybe when it shouldn't have.
Okay, that's a fun one. Nearly there.
Just a couple more. Cost an arm and a leg.
Ooh, that sounds painful
Yeah.
and expensive.
Expensive is the key. Extremely expensive.
So not just a little pricey.
No, like prohibitively expensive for most people. You might look at a fancy sports car and say,
That must cost an arm and a leg.
precisely. It's very vivid, emphasizes a huge cost.
Right. And the last one for today.
Let's finish with bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet. Okay, what's that about?
This one means forcing yourself to do something difficult or unpleasant. Something you've probably been putting off.
Okay. Like maybe going to the dentist when you really don't want to?
Perfect example. Or, I hated doing it, but I had to bite the bullet and apologize.
It's about facing up to something tough with a bit of grim determination.
Exactly. You accept it's necessary, even if it's uncomfortable.
Okay, great list. Lots of useful ones there.
Definitely. So maybe we can do a quick practice just to help you lock these in.
Good idea. All right, listeners, here's a sentence. I'm not feeling very well today. Which idiom fits?
Give you a second, that would be under the weather.
Yeah. Okay, second one. That new software was surprisingly easy to learn. What idiom could you use?
Think about ease.
It was a piece of cake.
Exactly. Hope that helps cement them a little.
Yeah, that active recall is good. So, what about a tip for folks listening?
All right, our tip of the day for really getting these idioms into your active vocabulary.
What we suggest is after this, maybe grab a notebook, jot down, say, 3 of the idioms we talked about,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to write a quick sentence or two, maybe a little story using each one.
That act of actually using them, even just in writing, really helps strengthen the memory, builds confidence too.
Definitely.
And also just, pay attention. When you're listening to English, maybe podcasts like this one, or watching TV shows, movies.
YouTube.
Yeah, anywhere you hear native speakers, listen out for idioms. Notice how they're used. What's the situation?
That real world context is gold, isn't it?
It's invaluable. It teaches you the nuances far better than just memorizing a list.
Absolutely. And remember, like anything in language learning, it just takes a bit of practice.
Keep listening, keep noticing, maybe even try using one occasionally when it feels right. Don't worry if it's not perfect at first.
Over time, they'll start to feel more natural, more a part of how you understand and use English.
And really think about how knowing these can change your communication. It's not just about understanding the words.
No, it adds layers.
Exactly. Depth, personality. It gives you a richer connection to the language and maybe even the culture behind it.
So something to consider, how might using idioms or even just understanding them better add a new dimension to your own English conversations?